not even 24 hours. And I'm still trying to process what the heck happened on Saturday football between the Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Now, to be fair, I wanted the Colts to lose. But the way they lost is what I'm upset about. It's one thing if you get blown out by over 20 points. I would have not been as upset because we were supposed to lose. We had no chance against the Minnesota Vikings if we were to get blown out by 20. Be like, okay, we're tanking for the best draft pick possible. But the way that we lost this game makes me more upset than anything. Like I said, to be fair, I wanted to lose this game. It's the way we lost is what I'm upset about. The Colts out to a 33-0 lead. And we blow it. How could I have not seen this coming? We have Matt Ryan at quarterback. How could I have not seen this coming? Matt Ryan is literally one of the biggest chokers in the NFL. He is one of the biggest chokers that I have ever seen play in my lifetime watching football. And I just can't believe I was excited when we first got him in the offseason because I was thinking okay, he's a veteran quarterback. Maybe he can help ride this ship. Maybe he'll be good for Michael Pittman. He's nothing more than a statue. For the past few games now, I've seen the offensive line give him a little bit of extra time. Not like more time than what I've seen, but at least better than what they were at the beginning of the season. The offensive line has steadily improved over the season, and it's great to see. They're giving Matt Ryan a little bit of time. He just can't move to save his life. I've seen him try to run, and he's just so slow. And not to mention Jonathan Taylor also being out with an injury at the beginning of the game, too. I was very upset about that because Jonathan Taylor, went from being this stud of a running back in his first 2 years to being injury-riddled this season. And it's sad to see because, he's such a young player. He cannot be getting these kinds of injuries so early into his career. He's 22 or 23. He's one of the youngest, brightest stars in the NFL right now. And I know injuries are going to happen. It's typical of the game. I understand that. It just sucks seeing it to your best players when you need them the most. Now, honestly, we're out of the playoffs. We had nothing to fight for now. Our season's done. Just tank for the best draft pick possible. There was probably maybe a small glimmer of hope for a chance at the playoffs if we were to beat the Minnesota Vikings. But no, it's shot out the window now. And just the way we lost that game. We are now a part of NFL history. Just on the wrong end of it. I had no words, honestly. Just what I saw, tale of two halves. What I saw from this game was like a tale of two halves. The first half, the Colts played incredible. They were dynamic. They were energetic. They were having tons of fun. They looked like they wanted this game more than the Vikings ever did that first half. And when we get into the second half, I'm thinking, okay, we're going to, maybe slow it down a bit, but we're not going to slow it down all the way. And that's, in my mind, what I was thinking, that's what's going to happen. We're just going to keep it steady. We're not going to score touchdowns. We're just going to settle for field goals, most likely, and just make sure we do our part to ensure we win this game. And they come out swinging, score their first touchdown of the game. I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's typical, that they're going to score touchdowns eventually. It's not out of the ordinary for them to not score. We settle for a field goal, so we're up 36-7. I'm like, okay, we're still sitting very pretty. I'm not too worried just yet. Then they score the second touchdown. I'm like, I'm still not worried yet. I mean, like I said, touchdowns happen. It's the NFL. Good teams always find a way to score touchdowns and try to make the game at least respectable. Then they scored the third touchdown. That's when everything changed. just the dynamic changed after that third touchdown. Not to mention KJ Osborne was torching us, torching that defense the entire game. Their third option torched us. It just blew my mind at how KJ Osborne was getting so wide open on almost every single play. And J. Jeff, he had an awesome game as well. TJ Hawkinson, we were able to contain TJ Hawkinson for most of the game, which is shocking because isn't TJ Hawkinson supposed to be their number 2 option? It's just crazy, honestly, that we were able to contain TJ Hawkinson, but we were letting KJ Osborne just eat us to death. But I mean, you can only do so much when trying to contain J. Jeff and TJ Hawkinson, I guess. But still, just the fact that their third option was burning us it just blew my mind, honestly. And after that third touchdown, I think this was before they scored their 4th touchdown of the game. Kirk Cousins throw that interception, and I'm hyped up. I'm thinking, okay, this is it. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna win this game. They finally woke themselves up. We're gonna be fine after Ronnie Thomas got his interception. I think Jalen Reagor stopped or something like that, and Ronnie Thomas was able to pick that off. But regardless, as soon as we got that, I was feeling a little better. Unfortunately, we were down close to our own end zone, so I was like, let's just not do anything stupid. Let's just try to slowly get a first down if we can. If we can't, just punt it off. And we did, and it's fine. Just make sure our defense steps up. And then they score another touchdown. That's when I started to get nervous. As soon as they got to 28, I knew that we were screwed. As soon as they scored 28, I knew we were screwed at that point. And I'm thinking we're going to choke away this game. I just knew it inside of me, knowing we have Matt Ryan, we're going to choke away this game. And what do you know? We don't do anything. We punt the ball off. Luckily, our defense makes a stop. And they turn the ball over on downs. So now we're just doing our best to try to, get the first down, get as many first downs as we can, make them burn their timeouts, and end this game properly. So I believe Zach Moss got a first down, burned a little bit of time off the clock, and then we go into our first down. It's a handoff, run play, simple. They take their first timeout. We do another run play, get a couple yards, and then they burn their next timeout. Then I believe we run again, and then they burn their last timeout. And I believe it's about 2:30 something on the clock. I can't remember exactly. It's around there. I know that for sure. And it's 4th and 1. Trying to draw them off sides. Try to get that first down in this game. They don't budge. We take our time. We take one of our timeouts. So it's 4th and 1. I'm thinking, okay, we're at least in field goal range. We're gonna, kick our field goal, and then we're gonna get off the field. We go for it on 4th and 1, and I'm thinking it's a little bit of aggressive. It's a little bit of an aggressive move, but if we get the first down, it'll all be okay. We get stopped short. So they get the ball back, and the first play is a screenplay to Dalvin Cook, and he takes it to the house. At this point, I'm just ready for this nightmare to end. So they got to go for 2. I'm thinking, got to get a stop here. TJ Hawkinson catches it for a 2-point conversion. And after that, we go into overtime. Overtime scared me to death. I was just ready for this game to be over. And it ended all right. Just not in the way I wanted it to. Greg Joseph kicks the game-winning field goal. I'm just standing there in disbelief, knowing that my Colts are a part of NFL history, but just on the wrong side of it. And to think, I wanted them to lose, but not in this way. It's one thing if you get blown out. It's another thing you give up a big lead and you lose the game and choke it. Matt Ryan is the biggest choker in NFL history. and it's not even close. He blew the biggest playoff lead / Super Bowl lead in NFL history, and he blew the biggest lead in regular season NFL history. Honestly, the jokes. James Dross already made a video about it. He's already roasted my Colts. They deserve it, honestly. I just don't know how to feel as a Colts fan. The emotions that I've been experiencing this season have been up and down. We are so freaking volatile. We compete with the teams that we should be losing, and we're losing to the teams that we should be beating. This team is so volatile this year. And we don't have a quarterback to build this team around. All we keep relying on is guys that are just fine starters, but not gonna take us far, like Jacoby Brissett and Carson Wentz or Philip Rivers. No, not Philip Rivers. I'll say Rivers. Say Philip Rivers for a little bit. We take guys that are fine starters, but are not going to lead us anywhere, like Carson Wentz and Jacoby Brissett. Nothing against Jacoby and Wentz. I love Jacoby. I think he's a great locker room guy. He was just not going to take us anywhere. And Wentz, as much as I liked Wentz when he came to Indianapolis, he was fine. It's just he does not show up in the biggest of moments. And I personally think he was a scapegoat. I personally believe that he deserved better than what he was given during his ending time at Indianapolis. But that's just what I think. And then we rely on guys that are out of their prime and not the same player. Like Philip Rivers, yes, out of his prime, absolutely. But he still led us to the playoffs because it was thanks to Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman and our great offensive line. Those were the main reasons why we made the playoffs, not Philip Rivers. He was just a catalyst of what was already a solid team. And not to mention our defense was spectacular in 2020 as well. And then 2022, we get Matt Ryan. At first, I was excited because Matt Ryan, he's a veteran presence. We needed that. Boy, was I wrong. Was I wrong about Matt Ryan? I wish I could take back what I said about Matt Ryan because I was really excited when we brought him in. Not anymore. I'm just sick and tired of going after a guy with a big name that's completely out of their prime or washed up. It has to end. Indianapolis Colts. I know you're not watching this, but from a Colts fan to another Colts fan that is watching this video, we all got to be in agreement here. We need a young quarterback to build around. We cannot do this with guys that are out of their prime. We can't take this anymore. Us Colts fans, we need something to believe in, whether it be a C.J. Stroud or a Will Levis caliber type of player. We need someone to come in here that is young and hungry. That's what I want as a Colts fan, is a quarterback that is young and hungry and mobile. I can't take another pocket passer anymore. I just can't. We are wasting Shaquille Leonard's and Jonathan Taylor's best years, not to mention Quentin Nelson's best years as an offensive lineman. We need someone that is going to come in here that we can build around, almost like what we did with Andrew Luck. That's just how I feel as a Colts fan at this point. And congrats to the Minnesota Vikings, by the way, on your victory. Y'all deserved it more than we did, honestly. That's just facts right there. Y'all deserved this victory more than the Colts did. Y'all wanted it more in the second half, so shout out to the Minnesota Vikings. Congrats on your win. And I wish you the best in the playoffs, and hopefully y'all will go win your first Super Bowl. That would be pretty cool to see, I'm not going to lie. Hopefully y'all win your first Super Bowl. But I think my rant's over. Just, I'm tired as a Colts fan of seeing us get quarterbacks that are way past their prime. I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for a young, mobile quarterback that we can build around and not waste JT's and Shaquille Leonard's primes. Because that's what we're going to be doing, is if we keep doing the same thing over and over again. Definition of insanity right there. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Chris Ballard, you better do something quick because your job is on the line, sir. And I like you, Chris Ballard. You better do something fast because your job is on the line. As always, this is For the Shoe. I'll always believe in blue. I will always be repping my Colts. This is my team until my death. We just need something different. Chris Ballard, please give us something to believe in. Because right now, us Colts fans have nothing to believe in. Please, you have the opportunity to give us a team that can be in the playoffs. Go make that happen. We need something. Please. I'm tired of being in the same process over and over again. You better do something or you're going to get fired. Mr. Irsay is not going to tolerate what has happened these last 2 years, Chris Ballard. You need to do something fast. So until next time, guys, have an awesome day, and I'll see you all later.